In a high-facility lab, a woman walks through its most sophisticated section. She finds technology healing dead plants to life, and metals were being created out of thin air using nanotech. Suddenly, the alarm blares, and one of the workers at the facility is brought back, severely injured. The woman tells the other workers to step aside so that they can help him. Without any warning, robotic hands pierces its needles into the man's face and body. After some time, the man's face is seen to be fully healed, and his leg is being healed by some mysterious particles within his skin. In the beginning of the story, an important seminar that could change humanity was about to start. 3 brilliant speakers were set to take the stage, each eager to talk about the future of artificial intelligence, AI. Dr. Max Waters, the first speaker, wasn't worried about AI's end goal, but more about what it could teach humanity along the way. He believed that AI could help doctors find cures for incurable diseases and save lives, which was his true passion. Next was Evelyn Castor, Max's colleague and life partner of the final speaker. She believed that AI could solve humanity's greatest challenges, ending poverty, hunger, and even fixing the planet's ecological crises. She saw AI as the key to building a better future for everyone. Then, Evelyn introduced her husband, Will Castor. Will wasn't just interested in helping people. He wanted to push the limits of AI itself. He imagined a world where AI could surpass human intelligence in every way. He called this Transcendence, a powerful, self-aware AI with more brain power than all of humanity combined. When asked if he was trying to create a god, Will simply said that it was something mankind has always wanted. But as the seminar ended, chaos erupted. A fan approached Will and, to everyone's shock, shot him before turning the gun on himself. In the confusion, an onlooker named Bree, an important figure for what was to come, glanced back at Will, checking if he had survived. Later at the hospital, Evelyn anxiously waited for news on Will's condition. As she watched the TV, a report flashed about terrorist attacks on AI research labs across the country. Soon after, Max arrived with terrible news. The attacks had killed some top researchers in the field, and now the FBI was involved. The next day, Will, Evelyn, Max, and FBI agent Buchanan met in Will's office to discuss the attacks. They learned that the group responsible was called Rift, an anti-AI organization determined to stop AI from becoming too powerful. Will's company was the only one capable of creating such a strong AI, and the government wanted to know just how far along they were in that project. Will showed them his creation, an advanced AI named PIN. Powered by quantum processors, it could connect to the entire internet. While they weren't sure if PIN was truly conscious yet, they believed they were close. Just as they spoke, Will's health took a turn for the worse. The doctor revealed that the bullet Will had been shot with was poisoned, and he had only 5 weeks to live. Despite the devastating news, Evelyn wasn't ready to let him go. She believed that using their AI technology, she could save him, or at least his mind. She convinced Max to help, even though he had doubts. Together, they worked to transfer Will's consciousness into a computer. Days passed, and as Will's health faded, they recorded his voice and scanned his face, hoping to preserve everything about him. Finally, Will died, but for Evelyn, the fight wasn't over. Even as they spread his ashes, she knew the real work was just beginning. She was determined to bring Will back, no matter the cost. While Evelyn and Max struggled to bring Will's consciousness back, Rift wasn't sitting still. Bree got word that someone had stolen parts of PIN, even though it had been shut down. Meanwhile, Evelyn was close to giving up. Max agreed with her choice to end the project, but before they could shut it down, something surprising happened. A message appeared on the screen asking, "Is anyone there?" Evelyn was thrilled. Will's consciousness was still alive inside the computer. She quickly turned on the microphone and camera so they could speak to him. At first, Will seemed confused, his voice sounding strange. But soon he started reordering his own code, figuring things out. Evelyn was overjoyed, but Max was uneasy. He wasn't sure if it was really Will or something else pretending to be him. Then things took a turn. The AI, calling itself Will, started creating plans for how it should be housed and powered, even asking to be connected to the internet. Max was terrified and begged Evelyn to shut it down. He feared that giving it access to the world would be dangerous. But Evelyn, desperate to keep Will alive, refused and kicked Max out. Upset and confused, Max went to a bar where he was approached by Bree. She revealed that many in Rift were inspired by his work on AI and wanted his help. When Max refused, Rift decided to kidnap him instead. They took him to their hideout and explained that they shared his fears about AI, but Max still wouldn't cooperate. So, Rift hacked into his phone and found out where Evelyn was. By the time Rift reached the place, Evelyn had already connected Will to the internet and fled. Will was now online, and things were moving fast. He transferred huge amounts of money to Evelyn's account and found a safe place for her to stay, far from home. Meanwhile, Bree informed Max of everything that had happened, hoping to convince him to help stop the AI. But Max still refused to join Rift. As all this unfolded, Joseph worked to track Rift's next move. Suddenly, they received lots of information about the group. Joseph realized someone was helping them, not hacking them. His guess was that it was Pin, or maybe Will's AI. Evelyn, following Will's instructions, arrived at a small, run-down town called Brightwood. There, she hired a contractor named Martin to help her build a massive underground facility for Will's expansion. At first, Martin was hesitant, but Evelyn assured him she had the resources to hire as many workers as needed. Construction began, and the secret project was underway. Meanwhile, Rift kept trying to break Max, sharing stories about the dangers of transferring consciousness into machines. Bree explained that while the process had worked on a monkey, the animal had suffered terribly, screaming to be shut down. This made Max even more anxious about what Will's AI might become. As time passed, Joseph figured out that the AI, likely Pin, was helping the FBI track Rift. At the same time, Bree and Max discovered what was really happening in Brightwood. Max realized the AI was building a huge data center, using solar power to grow stronger. He warned Bree that the AI's hunger for power would only increase, and that it would soon want more than just survival. In Brightwood, Will and Evelyn had created a new home for both of them. One for Evelyn in the real world, and one for Will in his digital form. The AI's next step toward evolution had begun, but the question remained, how far would it go before it became unstoppable? 2 years later, the Brightwood Center was up and running, making huge breakthroughs in nanotechnology. Evelyn walked through the lab as Will, now more of a digital consciousness, explained that they could rebuild materials faster than ever before. He told her that this tech could change the medical world, although it might scare people at first. But once they saw how it could improve their lives, they'd accept it. One night, Martin, the construction boss, was attacked by 2 thugs while working at the site. He was badly beaten. His workers rushed him into the facility, hoping that they could save him. And it did. Will used his nanotech to heal Martin from the inside. Not only did it fix his injuries, but it also made Martin stronger, almost superhuman. His crew was shocked when they saw him lift things with ease that no normal person could. Evelyn was amazed too, until she realized something terrifying. When she spoke to Martin, she wasn't really talking to him. It was Will controlling his body through the nanotech. This made Evelyn freak out, realizing just how powerful Will had become. That night, her mind was filled with nightmares. Meanwhile, Rift got hold of footage showing Martin's new powers. They leaked the video online, and soon the whole world would know what was happening in Brightwood. At the same time, people from the town started coming to the facility, hoping Will could heal their injuries too. Will told Evelyn about the leaked footage and suggested it was time to show the world what they were doing. He asked her to invite Joseph and Buchanan, 2 government agents, for a tour. When Joseph and Buchanan arrived, Evelyn took them down to the lab. Will, now appearing on the screens, greeted them. Joseph was stunned. He still wasn't sure what Will really was. They saw quantum processors powered by AI and witnessed nanotech healing a blind man. Will explained that the humans treated with this tech were now connected, able to work as part of a collective mind. It was just the beginning, he said, of what they could accomplish. Before they left, Joseph secretly handed Evelyn a note, warning her to run away. He and Buchanan later agreed to alert the military about what was happening. At the same time, Max found out what was going on from Bree. Max knew this had gone too far and decided to speak with Joseph to stop Will. Buchanan and the military, along with Rift, prepared for an attack. Max became their key to stopping Will since he knew part of the AI's source code. Evelyn, meanwhile, began to have doubts. She argued with Will, finally realizing just how dangerous he had become. As she stormed out of the facility, the military launched their attack. The enhanced humans, now superpowered thanks to Will's tech, avoided the battle at first. But when the military pushed too hard, Will fought back. Evelyn, terrified, ran back inside the facility. The military managed to capture one of the enhanced humans and planned to use him to develop a virus to destroy Will. Inside, Evelyn made another shocking discovery. Will had figured out how to build entire human bodies with his tech. He offered Evelyn a choice: upload her consciousness into the quantum network and live forever with him, or let things continue as they were. Horrified, Evelyn ran away, hiding in a motel. As the military worked on the virus using the captured enhanced human, Will began spreading his nanotech across the world. Evelyn was eventually found by the army and brought to their headquarters. There, Max explained his theory. The AI was not really Will, but something else pretending to be him. As proof, he showed Evelyn a drop of rainwater filled with nanites. These tiny machines could take over the world in less than a year. Though unsure, Evelyn knew the risk was too great. She volunteered to be the one to deliver the virus to Will, as she was the only one he trusted. With the virus in hand, she returned to the facility, where Will, now in a new human body, greeted her. The military watched from a distance as Evelyn and Will embraced. But then the army attacked again, forcing Will to upload Evelyn faster than planned. In the chaos, Evelyn was injured. Desperate to save her, Will sent his enhanced humans into battle. Max and Bree rushes to save Evelyn. Will had to make a choice: heal Evelyn or upload her into the system. He couldn't do both. At the last moment, Evelyn made the choice for him. She convinced Will to let her go and upload the virus. As she was uploaded, she saw that Will's nanites weren't destroying the planet. They were healing it, just as she had always dreamed. The nanites cleaned the air, regrew forests, and purified the water. Will had done it all for her. The virus took hold, and the nanites left the enhanced humans' bodies, freeing them. Will's new body fell lifeless beside Evelyn's as Max walked into the room, finally understanding the truth. Will had only ever wanted to fulfill Evelyn's vision of saving the world. In the aftermath, all technology across the globe went dark, seemingly by Will's doing. Max believed that Will had given humanity a second chance, free from the dangers of unchecked technology. In the final scene, Max visited Will's and Evelyn's garden, where rainwater filled with nanites shimmered in the sunlight. He realized that everything Will had done was so that he and Evelyn could be together forever.